Nothing ever works right the first time.
Friends.
I say no. Listen, you know what it is. The themes. Don't do the themes. That's what fucks me up. The theme fucked me up.
The theme?
Ay.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, Bob. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
You know? Do you know what Cinco de Mayo means, Rudy?
No. What is it?
Yeah, you do. You know what it is, right?
No. Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's Happy 5th Mayonnaise.
Happy 5th Mayonnaise.
My favorite Cinco de Mayo movie is La Bamba.
La
That's a great movie. Right?
Can I ask you a question?
I had a dream too, Richie. Remember his brother? His brother was an artist, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then at the end of the movie, he had to get it out. You know. What is his?
It's really bad.
He's a cartoonist, right?
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I mean, so you didn't have to say that out. It's like, if I was one of the Baldwins.
You are, kinda.
Oh, yeah.
Alec, Billy, Bobby. Yeah, if you were a Baldwin brother.
Dude, if I was a Baldwin, dude, but I was adopted. If I was genetically a Baldwin.
What a good story, by the way.
Yeah.
You know how the Wahlburgers have a burger joint?
Yeah.
The Baldwins have like a fucking Korean street food joint.
Yeah.
Billy.
Yeah. The one brother I wouldn't get along with, I think, is Steven.
No, you would not get along with Steven.
Because he's kind of alt-right.
Is he alt-right?
Yeah, he's kind of like, right-wing a little bit.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he doesn't get along with Alec and all those guys. I mean, they still hang out and stuff, but it's like...
And Alec is, like, fucking so far left.
Yeah.
He's the most left, and his brother is super far right.
Yeah, but Steven's
and Bobby's
daughter.
in the middle.
But Steven's daughter. She's hot.
She is?
Isn't she dating... Wait, who's dating,
Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Oh, right, that is his daughter.
Why did you...
I thought it was Alec Baldwin's daughter.
No, Stephen Baldwin's daughter.
Oh, is Haley Baldwin? Haley Bald
Yeah,
Bieber.
Bieber.
Haley Bald Bieber?
Yeah, and I would agree. If I was the adopted uncle,
Yeah.
I would probably try to talk her out of Bieber, so I could get in there.
Can you imagine trying to convince her to be with you instead of Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Go ahead, do it. I'm Haley Baldwin.
That's creepy though.
Haley Baldwin, go.
Well, since I was adopted,
Hey, what's up?
if I was
Yeah, of course you would.
yeah.
Hey, what's up? Oh, Bob, hey, it's so good to see you. Are you going to join us for dinner?
No, I want to talk to you.
Oh, what's up? You want to talk to me alone?
No, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah, you did, baby.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. We're going to go to the shed.
Just all of a sudden. She just did all of a sudden.
We're going to go to the shed, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, have a good time.
Anyway.
Here we go.
Anyway.
What did you want to talk to me about?
I want to talk to you about unusual suspects. Your dad, my brother. Steve, your dad, my brother.
Yeah.
He did a really good job.
It's so good.
In that movie.
It's so good.
Yeah, who else was in it? It was Kevin Spacey was in it. I went to the premiere.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's a really good actor. You know what I mean? But he likes
Such a people person.
Yeah. Well, when I went to the premiere, the unusual suspect premiere, right? Kevin goes, come to the bathroom, like I did with you in the shed.
Yeah, sure.
He did the one, come to the bathroom.
What you guys doing there?
Well, I pee in the, when I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands first,
Yeah?
right? I wash my hands twice. I wash my hands first, right? I pee, right? Because I'm from China, originally.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were Korean.
No, originally, I'm from China,
Yeah.
right? So I go in, I wash my hands first, right? I pee, right? Then sometimes I get pee on my hand.
Sure.
I wash again, right? Anyway, this time I wash my hand, right? And Kevin washed his hand, but not in the faucet, on my ass crack. I don't know why he was doing back there, but he was just kind of doing this.
You know what I thought you were saying? I thought you were going to say, while you're washing your hands,
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey put his penis in between your hands while you're washing.
That's funny. That's a funnier.
You're like,
That's a funnier.
while you wash your hands.
That'd be funny.
He just slips his dick in his leg.
Yeah.
He's like, what's going on?
Yeah, and it'd be weird because your hand would be wet. Yeah, that'd be good.
But you're like, I can't keep, this soap won't come off.
Right. So
Oh, there he is. There's Space Dog.
Anyway, I don't know why I brought you to the shed. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, why am I in the shed?
I was just telling you. I was telling how much I love our usual suspect. Anyway, Johnson people, he gay.
So racist.
He is. I know for a fact he gay.
Okay.
Because when Kevin Spacey, when I was washing my hand,
Yeah.
and his penis was in my hand, right?
Hmm?
He told me, he goes, yeah, do it like, do it like Bieber do it.
Oh, just like Bieber do it.
So I was going, what Bieber, what? And he do and two click in my head, right? I go, aha, right? And number two, you and I are not blood related.
That's the pitch. You know what?
You know
Not related.
how creepy that is?
But you know what?
What?
If you were hitting on me and I was Haley Bald Bieber,
Yeah.
I'd be into it.
No, I don't think so.
I would. Especially when you have those beanies on. Let me tell you something. When you wear beanies,
Yeah.
your sex quotient goes through the roof. Without beanies, fine, you're cute, Bob.
Yeah.
With the beanie, there's something that you do with the little beanie. Do you wear beanies when you're naked?
I do. Sometimes I'll wake up, right? And Jules,
I mean, look at this. Your beanie sex quotient goes through the roof. By the way, that picture that I think Liz Vigiano took of you, with the green shirt, top right. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I think that's one of the best photos you have.
And she's so talented.
She's the
What's her name again?
Liz Vigiano.
Yeah. She's so good.
She's the fucking best.
So it's Cinco de Mayo. What else Hispanic movies do you like?
Three Amigos.
Really good movie.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, really good.
I mean, granted,
Did you ever see Three Amigos? Oh, it's a classic. You have to watch it.
It is three white guys, which does really culturally
weird.
appropriate.
Yeah. But you know who was in it? That you're not aware, but he was a comedy store guy.
Hold on, let me guess.
You're not gonna guess it.
Well, no, hold on.
I'll give you a paycheck.
You know this is my wife's favorite movie.
Okay, if you guess that name, okay, so it's stand-up, right? He's a comedy store legend.
Yeah.
Right. He was in the movie.
Okay.
And
was he one of the Mexican gangsters?
No. You can't.
Okay. No guesses.
He was Mexican.
He still is, I hope.
I don't think he was. I don't think he's Mexican in real life.
But he played Mexican in Three Amigos?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And he might be. I don't know. We have to look it up later. But he was in the movie, and I'll give you all my proceeds that I make now for this episode. And I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You're never gonna get that's how I pulled up.
Freddie Soto.
No. He was fucking Freddie Soto was 3 years old when that fucking came out, dude.
I know. I don't know who it was.
His name, but we got the first right name right.
Freddie Prinze?
No, his name was Freddie Asparagus.
Shut up, Bobby. Freddie Asparagus?
Look it up, Freddie Asparagus.
That's it. That was his state. What's his real name?
That's his name, Freddie Asparagus.
That guy at the bar?
That's him.
That's one of my. I love that guy.
Freddie Asparagus. I fucking told you, dude. Freddie Asparagus. Dude.
Can I tell you something about Fred Asparagus?
Yeah.
That scene.
I know.
Is one of my. He's like.
He was so good.
You'll hear for the Germans. Yeah. That scene.
Yeah.
Freddie Asparagus.
Yep.
He was a comedy store guy.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Was he funny?
We'll go Freddie Asparagus comedy store. Just see what that happened.
But hold on one second. That tequila scene, by the way, when they're like.
Yeah.
That's one of the best scenes of all time.
Yeah.
You need to watch Three Amigos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's so sad because there's a whole group of like comics that the comedy store is known for the famous people that came out of there.
Sure.
But there are a whole group of guys and girls that like almost made it that nobody knows about.
So that's the majority of people, right?
Yeah, but they were also Mitzi's favorites, so they would get spots every night. Right. So there's like
It's the godmother of comedy.
Name me one person that back then you thought was going to be the biggest star ever, and you've never even heard of him. His name was Finis Henderson.
Look that up. Finis Henderson?
I think that's his name.
And what happened? Did he die?
That's him.
He looks like Dice in that top.
I know. That's Finis Henderson.
He's a weird looking kid.
Yeah. So this guy, right? Apparently, when he performed, it was like standing out.
Like he just.
You know why? Because he sang, danced, did impressions. He sang dead impressions, twist, twirl, right? In a 15-minute spot.
Yeah.
And then people in the back would be like, oh, fuck, I got to follow this guy. Because anyone that does music and does the dancing, right? And he crushed it, I heard.
Is he not still around? Did he pass
I don't know.
away?
I've never met him.
Go to the picture of him in the white beater in the down left, third row. Yeah. So that's Finis now. And he can do your hedges and plant. $13.99.
Yeah.
He looks like it's not going as well as it was when you were talking about it.
Yeah.
But you know what's so weird?
He's like an extra in Oz. That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had one line in Oz.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Or he's like, he's the guy that in a movie, he's the convict, right? that's older, that cleaned up his act and is teaching other kids. Yeah.
I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah, he's that guy.
What do you mean, Finn? You were the one that led this plot.
Right. Look at the vein. How about this? It's like the guy that took that headshot. Kenny said, "Hey, did you take any photos where it didn't expose every vein in my neck?"
He wants that as the look.
Yeah. Or can you Photoshop all the veins in my neck?
Hey, you're my photographer. I'm Finn.
Yeah.
This is a regular photo. Now, tell me to give you some more vein. Well, here's the first shot. Ready?
Yeah. Finn? Yeah. Can I call you Finn?
Of course.
Yeah. Can you, right before I shoot, don't breathe for like 15 seconds.
Okay.
Right? And also just tense your body up.
Okay.
And then lean your head back.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And just, especially on your neck, just tense everything, but don't breathe as well.
Is that good for photos, you think?
It's great. People love it. You're going to work all the time.
All right, well, give me the camera.
Because I'll tell you right, you know what's big right now?
What?
Roles. A lot of roles where convicts need to shoot heroin through their neck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a lot of parts that way.
Okay.
Heroin neck shooters.
All right.
Yeah.
Cam up. Let's go.
All right. So anyway,
You're breathing. Bring up the camera and let's go.
Stop breathing.
Ready?
Right.
1, 2, 3.
That's what it is.
I hope Finnis is doing well, by the way. I hope you're doing well. I don't know where you are. I hope you're.
Also, look at his lips. Right.
Yeah.
Work done.
Work done.
Work done. Look at that. And how about this? Can I say this too? Whoever did the headshot, right? Or his makeup, right? Could he have said, "Hey, do you guys have anything, a moisturizer for my lips or lip? No, chopstick, nothing.
We don't.
Okay, just go because it's really. We're in the desert right now. I don't know why we're shooting in the desert, but holy shit, dude, put something on there.
Poor Finn. Finn, I hope you're doing well. So he used to be the Crusher.
He was a crusher. Dude.
Well, maybe he's still doing great.
I have one more name for you.
I wonder why these stories don't work. Beaumont Green?
Beaumont Bacon.
Beaumont Bacon?
Just stop for a second.
Why did everybody have names like this?
Beaumont Bacon, dude, right?
Beaumont Bacon was a Japanese guy.
No, Beaumont Bacon was a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
That's her right there.
That's her right there. That's Beaumont Bacon. That's Beaumont Bacon.
I love Beaumont Bacon.
So Beaumont Bacon was in the movie Jerry Maguire. She had one line.
Wait.
You're not going to remember.
I used to jerk off to that movie.
What?
Opening scene. He's having sex with her in his. Don't you remember the opening scene?
I used to jerk off to Reanimator.
What?
Do you know what Reanimator is?
No.
Reanimator was a horror movie.
Reanimator?
Yeah, Reanimator. Did you like that movie?
There's an enemy team.
B-movie. It's a B-movie, yeah. It's called Reanimator.
Oh, dude.
All right, so there's a scene where I think this woman is like, she had her tits out.
That's hot.
Right, so I would pause the VCR, right? Because back then when you're in high school.
We had VCRs. There's no porn. You can't find it. Can't find it.
I don't have a car. I can't go nowhere, right?
You have to pause the
So you have to get what you get.
Right.
Right? So she was like, and there was where her tits came out like this, right?
Yeah.
And I would pause perfectly, right? And I would look to see if my parents were like asleep, and I would just jerk off frantically.
Yeah.
And then I would feel, that feeling of when after you unload.
Shame.
It's like a hole in your gut.
Yep.
And you can feel the wind blowing through it. It's so empty.
Yeah, you feel like the saddest boy in the world.
And then meanwhile you're just sitting there after your nut, and you have like cum on your hand, little teenage cum.
Yeah.
So it's very sticky.
Viscous.
Yeah. And you're just like, and then you start wiping it on your shirt or whatever, right? And there's just a sadness there.
You call your dog, come here, Puncho.
I don't have a dog.
No?
A dog, no.
You grab a couple of socks?
Yeah.
That Reanimator, the headless tit thing. Look, dude, we all had to do what we have to do.
I don't think she was headless, though. I don't know. I don't think she was headless. Someone was headless in the scene. I don't think she was. I think somebody was headless.
I mean, I used to do it to scrambled television, scrambled porn channels. And then you'd get like, and you're like, oh, hold on to that noise. You do one more, and you'd see maybe a little half tit that would fade in and sap away. We had to jerk off to imagination porn.
I masturbated to medical books.
What? Like from health class or something?
Yeah.
Where there was like the uterus from
it was like, you know how a drawing of a woman's body?
Yeah.
Right? Half of it's like inside.
It's open.
All of her inside. You know what I mean? Right? Her lungs, where the ribs are, right? And the other half, right? So I would just close one eye. I would close one eye and just have at it. I would like anything. Yeah. Like anything.
Well, dude, I mean, Victoria's Secret was My mom never got it. She's like, I can't believe I don't get those anymore. I'm like, yeah, I can't believe you don't get them either. I don't know where they all went.
Meanwhile, like underneath your mattress is like, you know.
Oh, dude, you kidding me? I would use it. I would jerk off in it.
Yeah.
And then I would stuff it in my backpack, rolled up.
Yeah.
You know, filled with, and I put it in my backpack. And on my way to school, I would hide it in other trash cans in the neighborhood.
Can I admit that's something that I did?
Give it, baby.
Right. So there was this girl named Rebecca Druskin.
Do we want to say her name?
Yeah, she's a friend.
Okay.
Now. And she used to date this guy named Michael Carano.
Do we want to say his name?
Yeah, because he works for the Improv.
We're good.
He's a good friend of mine.
Then we're great.
So Rebecca you're not going to be able to find her.
Well,
probably,
don't Google her.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's Google her.
Leave bacon up there.
Yeah. I want to tell you about bacon.
Yeah, I want to know about Beaumont bacon.
I'll tell you about Beaumont bacon.
Tell me she has a southern accent.
She does.
100%.
Okay, so let's go to Beaumont first, and then I'll go to the
Okay.
So because I don't want to see her face anymore.
Are you kidding me? I love it.
Yeah, I want to get rid of it.
She goes, hey y'all.
So Beaumont Bacon was like one of those girls that Mitzi always put on at 10 o'clock Friday, Saturday.
Ooh, she got 10 spots?
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible.
And she was a screamer.
Were people coming to see her? Are you okay?
Oh, my God.
Have some Red Bull, Papa.
Okay, I think that's what the problem is.
It's okay, have more.
Okay.
Yeah, you always got to fix the problem with the problem.
Enemy UAV
So, she would destroy, right? But she was a female version of Sam Kinison.
Right.
That kind of act, screaming.
High level,
right?
super high energy.
And so many male comics were like trying to get her out of there.
Because they were threatened by her.
I think at the end of this is a time when there was not, Chelsea Handler wasn't around.
Well, she
Whitney,
way
none
too
of
early.
the girls were around, right?
Right.
The class of people that we know now. So back then, the Comedy Store was run. I was a kid.
Was Margaret there then?
She wasn't a store person, but there was not a lot of girls. All the women that I would tell you about right now, you've never heard of.
Give me some of them.
There was this one named Cheryl Vendetti who used to wear a like one of those feathered scarves around her neck, and she would wear like a 1940s. You know what I mean?
She's like Natasha Leggero.
Yeah, but she was a waitress from like in New York in the 40s. You know what I mean? Or tap dance. I don't know what they did back then, but
they all tap danced.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got your drink.
She would come in and with the makeup, and she would do a thing. Then we had a guy named
a girl. You mean?
Oh yeah, girl. Then we had a friend of mine, Kelly Kirsten, who's now a producer on E, but she was very funny, but not a lot of people that you would hear of. But the guys threw her out pretty much.
But Beaumont Bacon got pushed out.
She was because
she would crush at 10.
I always liked her,
and people couldn't happen as much in our era that it did in that era. You grew up with famous guy will do as long as he wants, and you just have to deal with it.
Things around the famous guy was, I hate to talk shit, but like,
go ahead.
We had this guy named Anand Shalani.
Nonchalant?
Anand Shalani.
I'm nonchalant.
Yeah. And he was Indian, obviously.
Yeah,
big Indian accent.
Non-bred, nonchalant. That would be a great Indian.
He was a doctor. He was like going to medical school.
Right.
And he would say, I don't know even why. You know what I mean?
Mexican.
That's how he sounded.
He had probably had an Indian accent.
No, this is the way he sounded.
Nonchalanty.
This is the way he sounded. You did not even know him.
You sound like a Mexican magician.
Okay, can I do my story?
Is this your card?
So
nonchalanty.
Yeah, he came up to me. I won't do the accent then.
Please, for fun.
All right, thank you. So I would love to.
Thanks.
Thank you. He would say, I don't even know why. You know, I'm like a regular. I just opened mic one night, Mitzi came and said, you know what I mean, you're regular.
That's literally the truth.
Yeah.
He was a doctor who was just fucking around.
Yeah, I was goofing around. I told my friends that I'll try the open mic.
But did he crush?
No.
He was just bomb.
So Saturday night, I cut to Saturday night like 6 months later, right? I'm following him, but I'm in the hallway. This is way before your time.
Yeah.
I'm talking to like, I don't know who, and then all of a sudden, he just got up. I heard his name up. 2 minutes later, I'm just talking to somebody. I hear, Bubby. I'm not kidding you.
It's nonchalant?
Yeah. And I look in the showroom, and he sweat.
So fucking
like a fucking asshole.
Did you make him do 15 minutes?
Yeah, I made him stay up there.
Oh, Bobby.
No.
Yeah.
15 minutes? You gotta do your time.
Nonchalant for sure walked into
You gotta do your time.
Yeah, he's like, well, that's it for me. MeUndies.
Oh,
what are you wearing right now, Bob?
Andrew, I am wearing MeUndies as we speak. It is my favorite underwear that I own, and I love underwear. This is my favorite one because I love the prints. I love the way it feels on my body.
Yeah.
They have prints that no one else has.
And they have
Battle
Pocket.
Royale.
Who doesn't love
Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe zone.
Tell him
Yeah,
to talk to?
one time, because I couldn't get girls.
Right.
So,
Careful here. How stalkery was this?
no, nothing like physical.
Right.
Right.
Just follow you home and watch you at night when you sleep.
No, nothing like that.
Sharpening a knife.
No, nothing like that.
What was it?
So, Rebecca Druskin, right? So I worked at a coffee shop with her.
Which one?
It was called Disc Cafe, and a radio station in San Diego called 91X.
91X Disc Cafe.
Yes.
Go get yourself a cup of coffee from the hot Korean guy down
It was
there.
our like cool alternative station. They owned it.
Right.
Right. And it was cool, the Disc Cafe, because I would be washing dishes there. We had a stage. It was the first cafe that I knew about, and this is in the early 90s, right? Where we were a record store as well.
That's cool.
So you could listen to CDs.
While you had coffee?
While you had coffee, we had listening stations.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
you could buy stuff, right? Not only did that, but it's like we had a stage as well.
Like for performances?
For music, and people would just hop up there, but we wouldn't let anyone up there. I'm not kidding you. That one time I was sitting there washing dishes, and I was with Mike Halloran, who owned Disc Cafe. He's still a friend of mine. I talked to him the other day, and he goes, "Oh, Jewel's here." So Jewel would go up on stage.
Jules.
No, not her.
Jules?
Jewel, the singer.
Yeah,
Not this Jewel.
Jules. So Jules was there.
She was not existing then. Yeah. So
Jewel.
Jewel would go up there, or like Frank Black from the Pixies would go up acoustically. It was cool.
Jewel would show up?
Yeah, she's from San Diego.
I thought she was from Canada.
No.
Really?
I have a funny Jewel story.
Who will say so? Her?
Yeah, I have a. Did I ever tell you about the fishbowl Jewel story?
Nah, hit me with it.
Okay, so there was this coffee shop called Java Joe's.
Okay.
In Pacific Beach. This is a true story.
Okay.
So this is when I was maybe 2 years into doing stand-up, but I could crush for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you were murderous for
I was a murderer for
6 minutes? Off of a
Eat
cliff.
it. I'd eat it, right? So like, and whenever Java Joe had a big crowd, right, he would call me. He'd go, "Hey man, I got a big crowd here. Do your 5 minutes and crush." Right. And so he calls me one night. He goes, I don't know what's going on, man, but it's fucking packed in here, man. Come do the 5. I called other artists as well, right? So I had another gig, but I'm like, I can fit it in, then I can go do my other gig. So I drive down there.
Yep.
And walk in. And when you walk in, there's a little table to your left and a fishbowl full of business cards.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the business cards filled with business cards, right? I guess that's how they got, I don't know.
That's how they win a dinner or
I don't know.
Or that's like a key party.
There. And I walk in, and Jewel's there.
Jules.
Yeah, no, the singer Jewel, right?
Oh, right.
And I'm standing there, and Joe tells Jewel, "Hey, can he go up?" You know what I mean? Can he go up?
You bumped Jewel.
No, and for 5 minutes, Jewel was already like on the cover of Time magazine at the time.
What was she doing at Java Joe's?
She lived in San Diego. She lived in like Del Mar, in that area.
Sure.
So I go, "Hey, can I do 5 minutes before you?" Right, like that.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm just gonna do my little set and then leave, and then you can go up. It'll be like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I go, okay. And now I know I'm gonna eat it, right?
Yeah.
So she's up there. She sings one song, and the crowd gives her a standing ovation in this coffee shop.
Yeah.
Right. And then they go, one more. Right.
Yeah.
She goes, I'll do another one.
Of course.
And she does another one, right? One more.
Yeah.
She does another one. And then she does, in the middle of, now it's 30 minutes.
2 albums.
And I gotta go.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm furious too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a rage, right? And this is so embarrassing. So she's singing like a very sensitive song.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new one. This is about heartbreak or whatever.
My grandfather got HIV.
Yeah. She's like, and you could hear a pin drop in the room, right? And I don't know what came over me, but I was so angry. I kicked the table,
where the fishbowl is.
With the business cards? Bobby.
Right. So she's singing it, and I kick it, right? And I can see the fishbowl. And I can see the slow motion, right? And it falls off. Right? She stopped playing. The whole place turns around it. And I go, I don't know why I said this. I go, that's right. That's right.
That's right?
I said, that's right. And I laughed. I never played it again.
That's right, Jewel.
No, I didn't say Jewel.
Clean up these fucking business cards.
It's embarrassing. I already told you. So that happened.
That's funny, though. That's right.
It's insane.
I want you to reach out to her.
It's insane behavior.
Let's call her.
She's not going to remember.
Let's call her.
So anyway,
Let's call.
So Rebecca Droskin. I work at the coffee shop.
That's Jamba Joe's.
No, at this cafe. What more? Oh, okay. So, she used to work there with me. She's short blonde hair, glasses.
Yeah.
And, I had a crush on her.
Now I can tell.
And one night, I was with my brother Steve. You know?
The
crazy. I go, Steve, it's like 1 in the morning. And I go,
Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe
I've been doing
zone.
this lately. Can I just park outside this girl's house?
Bobby,
Stop. I didn't do anything weird.
that's not weird.
Just see if she was safe. She was a dangerous area.
This is when somebody kills a famous person. They're like, I want to make sure no one else kills
She
you.
lived in PB, and she had in the second floor of this.
You would park outside of her window.
across the street, and like a slow. You know what? There's like in the movie Taxi Driver.
When she's with the curtain drawn and the...
Yeah, you know Taxi Driver, that Martin Scorsese scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
Right? And I would just wait till the bedroom light turned off.
Oh, Bobby.
And I would drive away.
Bobby.
What did do nothing?
It's just so strange.
I admit it.
Real quick, by the way, I cannot wait till this video is being played in court and they pause it and they go, Your Honor, no further.
Right. I went to rehab with this girl named Tara Black.
Cool.
She lived in Encinitas. And one night I don't know what happened, but she goes, spend the night. She was so cute.
In her room.
No, we'll watch movies and she lived with her parents.
This isn't at rehab.
No, this is after rehab, so I was still in high school.
Right on.
Right. So, this is so embarrassing. I've already told this a long time ago or something, but she fell asleep on the couch, and I pretended I
If you
was,
survive, you earn your
and
freedom.
her little feet were in the blankets like this.
Careful now.
I am careful.
Go on.
This is not illegal what I did.
Sure, go on.
And I would get because it was dark, so I would try to get my light adjusted to, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Your eyes adjusted to light.
The darkness.
Sure.
Right? Kind of like Bane did in that prison.
Lights ready.
Good comparison. Let the eyes adjust.
Yeah, let the eyes adjust. And I would just stare at her fucking feet
Just her toes.
Win this
for
fight,
10
you
hours
return to the
until she
front
woke
line.
up.
You wouldn't touch her?
I would wait until the light went up. No, I would just stare at her
You
toes.
wouldn't touch yourself?
You're up.
No!
Okay, don't...
Go
What do you think, I'm a criminal?
Oh, don't act like that's crazy. You only peeled her feet out in a stand.
I'm a bad guy, man.
Okay, but you just
That's all.
watched. So you just watched her toes.
Yeah.
And what was it about the toes?
On the lock.
I'd never seen white feet.
Right, it's us.
No, not yours, guys. I've never seen white female feet.
I got nice toes.
And I'm pretty sure they're good, but I'm going to pass for now. But I never seen white feet, and they would glow. I've only seen yellow feet.
Bring up some
They
white
would
toes.
glow in
I'll
the
stare at
dark.
that.
Wow.
I will stare at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, look, okay, that one, like in the dead center, third row down, dead center.
Yeah.
That is
So that's what so imagine that, right?
Mhm.
Right? And I couldn't believe it. Because the only female feet I'd seen was my mother's. And they had
those
they were hooked.
claws.
Yeah, they had nail growing over
Scratch
it.
the wood floor with you.
Exactly, right. She would scratch, you know what I mean?
But that is what you
Yeah,
saw.
so I saw that, right? Just imagine that glowing with my eyes adjusted, right? And seeing it, right? And imagine me just, not in a sexual way.
No, just your fantasy.
Just not fantasizing either.
It doesn't have to be nasty.
It's not even nasty. It's like seeing something like I'll be honest with me. If you were in England,
I'm there now.
okay, and you were in a field frolicking,
Hello, mate.
right, by yourself,
Why am I alone?
just in the scenario you're alone.
I'm alone.
Okay, all
I
right.
see it.
So imagine it's prairie land,
I love
green pastures,
Yeah.
rolling hills. There's a little forest
it.
to your left. No, don't do that. It's
Okay.
not, this is thousands of years before that.
Okay, got it.
And To your left, you see what you think is a horse.
God damn, it looks like a horse.
It's a white horse, right?
It looks like a white horse.
Yeah. And then as it slowly comes out of the forest.
Look at the side of it. It's dick.
That's not what I'm looking at.
That's not what you're looking at?
All
right. Okay, so I see the horse come out.
And you realize it's a fucking unicorn.
Whoa.
Imagine that.
I see it.
Yeah. You would be shocked, and you would stare at it for 10 hours, like I did it with these feet.
And that's the feet.
Yeah.
I get it.
Something I didn't think knew existed.
This is because you loved her. That's love. You were obsessed with her.
Jules, do you think I'm a creep?
Yeah.
Really? Maybe
that's a creepy thing, right?
3.
If you woke up, if you were hanging out with a guy that was friends with you, right? Like when you go to college and unfortunately when you start dating, which I'm not a fan of, and a guy says, let's hang out, and you guys are hanging out, let's just say you're watching a movie and you see him staring at your feet. What's your first thought?
I'd be really scared.
Call the cops.
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't.
Call the cops.
You wouldn't call the cops.
That seems like a murder.
Okay, if I'm sleeping, I'm in a sleep, right? And I go, my toes seem, a little chilly, right? I open my eyes, and some chick is staring at my feet, but not in an angry way, in a delightful way.
Coveting your feet.
Not coveting, it's more like, walking by, being an orphan,
You really do
Right?
have nice
In
manicured
France.
nails.
Yeah, I'm there.
walking by,
I'm there.
My last boyfriend never took care of his feet. It's so nice to
a
have someone
pastry
that
shop
takes
with
care of their
windowsill.
feet.
Oh,
and looking at the fresh baked,
Hello.
right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, I wish I could have that, but I can't afford it, because I'm an orphan.
They have no money.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
That's the same thing.
Exactly what it is. It's not
But you think it's really creepy, huh?
Really creepy.
Yeah. Why?
Little Mike.
Really creepy because I don't want someone just looking at my feet and I don't know what his ideas are.
What is the idea?
What would be an idea?
Well, what was your idea when you were doing that?
It's like a science.
No one's attacking you. Just what do you think was going on in your head when you were watching?
I was like, I found her attractive,
Of course.
right? And
Were you nervous to be laying next to her?
I was on the floor.
And she was on the couch.
Yeah, I'm not laying next to her.
Oh, I didn't know.
She's like sleep on the floor.
You didn't make it.
Immigrant.
You made.
Basically, what the
Chinese people go on the floor.
yeah.
Right. So you were nervous to be around her,
I'm on the floor.
but you
I
pulled
can
your
hear
feet out.
her little cute snoring.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's time.
And you slowly.
It's feet time.
Feet time.
Right, and
You don't like it,
I don't like it.
Jules.
Yeah, Jules.
This is not that bad.
Also, this is not. Listen, Jules. Right? This is in the 80s.
Times were different back then. You were allowed to look at broad feet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. You know what? You just for some reason.
Yeah,
when you're nervous,
You don't do anything like that, like with a girl.
I'm honest. No, but I'm just being honest. But also. You just made me think of a time when girls used to make me so nervous because they were out of my league.
Exactly.
Okay, so like this, there was a girl in college. I was in love with her. Like I had the biggest crush on her, and her friend kind of liked me, but her friend was her friend was a beast. She was gross.
Yeah.
And I kind of would hang out with them just to get close to the girl that I liked. But the friend kind of took it as whatever. Anyway, one night we all get drunk, and the friend passes out. And I kind of admit to this girl that I'm, in there.
How do you do it? Do you do it in a confident way, or are you nervous?
Make a joke. Make a joke. Make a joke. Make a joke. It was always make a joke.
Okay, I'm the girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So my friend, the ugly one, is asleep. Right.
She's
She's
sleeping.
asleep.
Yeah,
Right.
she's gone.
What's her name?
Barbaduke.
Okay, God, Barbaduke just really passed out.
Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of weight. You gotta kind of get off those knees at some point.
That's mean.
No, I'm kidding around. I'm just joking around.
She's my best friend.
No, I know. She did complain about her knees and her back earlier, so I just was saying she needed maybe rest.
Yeah, I just thought you were doing a fat joke or something.
Oh my God, no! And Barbaduke isn't fat.
That's not her name.
Really?
No, her name is Sally.
Yeah, I know, but she.
Oh, you're the only one that calls her Barbaduke.
I do. Yes, I do.
What does Barbaduke mean?
It means fat. It means fat queen.
Yeah, fat queen. So anyway,
Look, I don't even want to watch Last Action Hero. I don't want to watch this anymore.
I think it's one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's best work.
It is, but I don't want to watch this right now. I gotta be honest with you.
Okay.
I just hung out after she's fallen asleep, and I don't want to go home because I have this huge crush on you, and I know you're way, way out of my league, but I figured maybe, you know, it's the off season, and you might want to, you know, hang out with the practice squad sometime.
Is that really your angle?
No, but I mean, I'm just doing that now for the show.
That's really cool.
Did it work?
That worked.
Would you have slept with me?
Yes.
All right, so
because all those little things, it means a highly elevated sense of humor.
Because I was joking about myself.
It's not like, you know, preteen or post-teen, you know what I mean? Dick humor.
Sure.
It's elevated.
All right, so check this out. So after whatever I did to him, whatever we said, I don't remember.
Yeah.
She's into it.
Yeah.
We go back into her room. I had already had sex at this point in my life. It wasn't like this was not an abnormal thing to go back to a girl's room or come to my room. I went in there, and she lay down on the bed and took her pants off, like almost immediately.
Oh.
And I got so nervous by her progressiveness, but just being like taking her pants off.
Yeah.
I locked up, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I kept all my clothes on.
Yeah.
And I just went down on her for like 20 minutes. I just dove.
Listen, man.
What?
Juss.
Oh, you said way worse in front of her.
I never did that.
Talk about going down on someone?
Please.
You've talked about getting your penis sucked by a retarded person. What, like
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My bad, Jules.
No, but that, and I could only do that. I was like paralyzed with the fear that I didn't make another move to have sex with her.
Wow.
And I just went down on her.
Did she, excuse my language, Jules, did she orgasm?
No. No way.
You didn't have the technique back then?
No, I was a freshman in college.
Yeah.
And I was also...
You have good technique now, though, no?
Oh, yeah.
You're licensed professional,
oh,
right?
My God.
Can I see your card?
Yeah,
Probably in your wallet somewhere.
I got my wallet.
Yeah.
No, but I was so nervous that it kind of just ended naturally. Do you know what I mean? I actually think she pulled me up to like kiss or hang out, and then we just turned over, and I fell asleep, and before she could wake up, it was like 5 or 6 a.m., I got the fuck out of it. I was like, fuck this. Because she paralyzed me with how like
hot she was.
Hot and cool, and I knew I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I bailed. Oh, I bailed.
You're a pussy.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Everyone's had those where they're like intimidated and I fucked up.
Yeah.
There was her taking off her pants. I vividly remember being like, what? She has all the power. I have no control.
You have no power, yeah.
So I just felt like I just jumped in. I dove head first. Into the puss pond.
Yeah. Do you like it when they tell you what to do down there, or do you like just improvising?
Well, yeah. As you get older in sex, I love the communication.
Right.
And when you're young,
instructions are fun.
When they tell me what to do, in my head I don't think I can do it.
Right.
So then I panic.
Yeah, that's a freak out
mode. Yeah. Can you just do it quickly above to the left? And I get like it's like Math Quest. I don't know if I don't have Math Quest. I don't know what. Right. I don't know. You know what I mean?
It's like trying to memorize.
Is there an app?
Yeah, for a video game.
Yeah.
Like AB up. What is it? Left, right.
I've had girls say that's not it. And then you go, but that's all of it.
Yeah.
I'm doing my everything.
Your butthole's your butthole, lady. Hello Fresh.
Oh my God.
I ate this last night for dinner.
It's so funny because Sunday night I ate it, and I always order some sort of version of a hamburger that they have.
Yeah.
So I really like it.
Yeah.
It's like better than any hamburger I've ever had.
And you self-make it.
Yeah.
You know.
I make it myself, and it's cool. And you open it up, and you don't get the stress like, am I able to have the skills to make this? The directions are very simple.
So easy.
And you can tell that the ingredients are so fresh.
Yeah, no, they're really good. So we had pork loin. Thank you. You guys, I highly recommend it. So for $20 off your Buffy comforter, visit buffy.co and enter the code BADFRIENDS. That's $20 off for your Buffy comforter. Visit buffy.co, enter the code
BADFRIENDS.
So what's up, web friends? I love you guys. Greetings from Tijuana, a city that Bobby knows very well. So my name is Hector, and I'm challenging Andres to a dance-off to prove that Mexico is much, much better.
That's our drop zone. Stand by to jump.
Okay, this is that. All right. It's better because it has drugs. Mexico's so much better than Spain because they got better music.
Today I'm going to be telling you about why the Mexico is better than Spain.
Hey, Fancy. You let me know if Spain has TMR trailers. And I'm sure Mr. 45% bisexual would agree with me. Right, Bobby?
Your primary objective is to kill them all.
Spain. Because as you know,
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Spain was really bad to the Philippines. And you know who wasn't fancy? Mexico.
I ain't never heard of Spain having donkey shows. And let's be real. If I was in Mexico, I'd probably ask someone where I could go see a donkey show.
They actually work full work days and earn the right to sit around in a hammock at the end of the day. Instead of in Spain, where you work a 3-hour workday, go home at noon and sit around drinking té rojo, saying things like, "Did you see Zack Snyder's Justice League?"
Spain may have a lot of cool history, and, you know, Christopher Columbus was a badass, but Mexico has one thing, and that's crazy. The crazy cartel with crazy drugs and crazy sexy ladies, and not to mention their crazy, awesome food.
Mexico has everything. The food, the culture. Spain is just like the gay cousin of Mexico.
Selena, Cantinflas, Vicente Fernández, Frida, tacos, enchiladas, chilaquiles, tamales, Dia de los Muertos, tequila, Cancun, Cozumel.
Wild as the wind. King Creed and Where the Boys Are, and she dated him after that. Wow. The Connecticut nun who kissed Elvis, she kissed him.
Yeah.
That's
so
all
she, after, imagine getting 10 movies. Like in my
years.
Yeah, in my career, I've done 10 movies.
Now,
you know what I mean? In 30 years, you know what I mean? This bitch was on fire.
Killing it.
Right? And then she's just like,
I see why. She's gorgeous.
And she just became a nun. And then what happened was she lived on this monastery. And in the documentary, it's a great documentary, she, there was this guy that, like, back then, after Elvis, there was a guy that, you know, wanted to marry her.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to be a nun, right? And I think he waited, you know what I mean, until she was 80. And he kept visiting her every year.
Trying to convince her to stop.
No, he just realized, you know, that's the love of my life, right? I can't meet anybody like her.
Right.
So I'm just going to live, you know, in the next city adjacent to her.
And visit her.
As much as I can for the rest of my life.
So there's two roads here in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
That guy, that same guy, used to be the stare at the toes guy late at night. You, right? You could have either continued to be that guy, and that would be you.
That's true.
Or you snapped out of it and became Bobby Lee and you figured it out.
True.
Because that guy for sure stared at toes.
Definitely stared at her toes.
100%.
Yeah. While she was like kissing Elvis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you look up Dolores Hart's toes? Let's see if they have any toe shots.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Dolores Hart's feet. I'm telling you, she's on Wiki Feet, baby.
Oh, she is.
Bring up those feet.
Bring up the feet.
The third one on the beach. Oh, that's
good. That's good. Is that Dolores Hart? Yeah, there it is.
Sure is.
Let's look at the feet.
Bobby, those are your porcelain. That's your porcelain toes.
Dude stared at those toes.
100%.
Yeah.
Give me the one on the beach. Can you pull up the one on the beach? Because that one, there might be a couple of better shots like that.
There's one, below that.
Who was
the one right below, to the right. The one with she was with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Covering her feet. You know why? Because she knows people are gonna JO to them. This is better.
Yeah. Look at her feet.
Beautiful
feet. Look at.
Wait, who is that? Is that Who is that, Andres?
That's Peck.
Gregory Peck.
That's Gregory Peck.
Is it?
That has to be.
It kind of look. They all kind of look the same.
That's Gregory Peck.
You know how they all kind of looked the same a little bit at some point?
Was it Gregory Peck?
Engage all targets.
No, it was Harvey Levin.
Harvey Levin?
Henry Levin? I don't know who that is. George Hamilton? Oh, was that George Hamilton?
Oh, that was George Hamilton.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was George Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good... Yeah, well, you can see.
And we know his son.
What is his name?
Ashley Hamilton.
He used to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Does he still do stand-up?
No.
Bring up his
photo. We know his son.
Ashley Hamilton.
Ashley Hamilton.
He used to show up in, like, cool leather jackets and shit.
Yeah. And,
oh, dude, what happened to that guy? What does he do now? Or some shit? Yeah, that's him.
There's Ashley.
This guy used to come